As the 3-year-old campaign got underway, Victory Dream quickly forged his way to the top of the class. After 5 consecutive victories, this son of Valley Victory fit the bill as Hambletonian favorite. But what about Bullville Victory? Off to a slow start, this son of Valley Victory captured the Yonkers Trot, the first leg of the trotting Triple Crown, and he seemed to have a good chance of upsetting Victory Dream. After each won a heat of the Cadillac Hambletonian, the much-awaited showdown never materialized, as Bullville Victory's bold move ended with a break, leaving Victory Dream clear sailing to harness racing's biggest prize, the Hambletonian. But since that time, Bullville Victory has dominated his arch rival, and tonight the two go head-to-head with divisional honors in the balance. We are next door to the Cradle of Liberty, just 6 miles east of Philadelphia, across the Delaware in suburban Cherry Hill, New Jersey. Our setting, Garden State Park, which burned to the ground in 1977, but was magnificently rebuilt in the early 1980s. And since its reopening in 1985, it's been the site of world-class harness and thoroughbred racing. The biggest race of the night, perhaps the year, is in the 3-year-old Colt Trot.
Well, Bruce, I think you'll be safe in calling it the main event at the Garden tonight. You know, many observers are expecting Yonkers Trot and Kentucky Futurity winner Bullville Victory to slug it out with Hambletonian champ Victory Dream in what will certainly decide year-end divisional honors for the 3-year-old trotting Colts in 1994. But, you know, it's a very strong and deep field, and I bet you there's more than one with upset on their mind.
Recently, Bullville Victory has dominated Victory Dream.
He certainly has, and I think you can pinpoint it really to the end of the first week in August, Hambletonian time. Victory Dream, I think a lot of people were ready to give him Trotter of the Year honors. At that time, he was so unbeatable, but since then, indeed, the tables have turned. Right now, the score in 13 head-to-head confrontations, Victory Dream 6, Bullville Victory 5, and it looks like the Dream is on the ropes as Bullville Victory has indeed dominated since the Hambletonian.
There's a look at Victory Dream number 3 in this 3-year-old Colt Trot, the Cadillac Hambletonian winner and a son of Valley Victory. As a matter of fact, there are 3 sons of Valley Victory racing in this 3-year-old Colt Trot: Bullville Victory, Victory Dream, and Smasher. It's only natural that we offer this Charbo toast to the hottest new sire in harness racing. In the 1988 Breeders' Crown, 2-year-old Colt Valley Victory tipped out and came 3 wide to easily put away the competition. His crowning achievement brought him a divisional championship. He followed his father, Baltic Speed, who also had a Breeders' Crown to his credit. After the race, his owner, Arlene Trow, was ecstatic with her Colt's accomplishment.
Oh, this feels special. I think this horse is a special horse in this race. I think this is the most important race of my career. I've won Woodrow Wilson's and I've won major races, but this is exciting.
But now Valley Victory's new home is Southwind Farm in central New Jersey, where he tends to his new duties as a world-class sire. After his exploits at 2, he returned strong at 3, winning the Yonkers Trot, and was heavily favored to win the Hambletonian. But 4 days before the big race, he came down with a near-fatal virus, ending his racing career. His success as a sire is even more astonishing.
No, I think actually he'll get even better. This horse, he's had a nice book of mares since his first year, but he's never had the very best mares the industry has to offer. And now we're going to see those mares, and even though he's getting a smaller number of foals every year, and we're down in the 50s, he started out with just 84 in his first crop and has had a phenomenal success with that, and 68 in his second crop. Now we'll be in the mid-50s from now on in, or for the next few years. And with the better quality mares that we're getting now, I don't see any stopping this horse. This horse it's unbelievable. I mean, this horse will go down in my mind now as one of the greatest sires of any breed of horse. He'll stand next to Northern Dancer or any of the stallions of any breed of horse.
And the Kentucky Futurity. A look at the Cadillac official starting cars. We get ready for the 3-year-old Colt Trot, the definitive race of the night. And here's a look at the complete field and the odds. Bullville Victory, Westgate Crown, even money. They are coupled as an entry. Whiteland Image is 25-1. Victory Dream 3-2 at Mike LeChance. Smasher is 15-1. Gumball is also getting some support at 9-1. Golly 2, 24-1. Woodman 50-1. Incredible Abe is 19-1.
Bruce, no horses won the Hambletonian and the Breeders' Crown and not won divisional honors. Also, Victory Dream, should he win this evening, will also pick up $1 million in career earnings, and that has to be another feather in his cap. And I would have to say he would win the 3-year-old trotting colt division with the victory tonight. No question about it.
Bullville Victory against Victory Dream. Bullville Victory, 16 of 22 in the money this year. Victory Dream, 13 of 16. But Bullville Victory has won 8 of his last 14. Victory Dream just 1 of his last 6, so he has not raced well. The Garden State track record held by Flackbait, 155-3. The world record, the mighty Mac Lobel, 152-1. This is it, the 3-year-old Colt Trot of the Cadillac Breeders' Crown Divisional Honors, likely on the line. Track announcer Larry Letterman with the call from Garden State Park.
Here they come. And they're off the Cadillac Breeders' Crown on the outside. A high turn of speed provided by Incredible Abe, and now is overcoming an outside post and got around Victory Dream. With long, powerful strides, Incredible Abe gets the first call. Victory Dream sits in second. Then is a 4-length separation in third to Whiteland Image. On the outside is a hung-out Bullville Victory. Now with a sense of urgency to go on with it, is looking for a hole, but nothing has developed. Smasher now is hemmed in. Westgate Crown is moving to the outside. Also into the flow is Gumball. Another length and a half to the team of Golly 2 and Woodman. Went the quarter in 27-1. A solid first quarter and up the back stretch. And it's the Hambletonian winner, Victory Dream, the controlling factor lane. Incredible Abe was wrangled back in second. 2.5 more as the field now begins to close into Whiteland Image. Whiteland Image now has made a very costly break. Whiteland Image is off stride and out of it. Smasher now takes to the inside. On the outside is Westgate Crown. Also going off stride went Bullville Victory. Bullville Victory had made a break and is out of it. 56-1 for half a mile, and they roll into the turn. And Victory Dream entrenched on the lead. A length and a half to the good over Incredible Abe. On the outside, Westgate Crown is trying his heart out to get closer, but isn't making any serious impact over a strong Victory Dream at the forefront. Incredible Abe is still a striking force in second. Westgate Crown. It has come to a grinding halt on the inside of Smasher, waiting racing room. Swing it to the far outside of Gumball. 3/4 and 125-3. They turn home for the final piece of the puzzle. And Victory Dream is hanging on to a length and a half. On the outside, Incredible Abe trying to bring a tremendous upside. And the last one between Victory Dream and Victory. On the outside, Incredible Abe. Second Victory Dream in the third. 2-1.
Incredible Abe went off at 24-1 and comes up with the upset victory in the deep stretch, the 5th win of the year for this Bay Colt by Crowning Point, owned by Morris Feldman and Ralph Del Fiore Jr. Ralph Del Fiore Jr. from Syracuse, New York, trained by Chuck Sylvester, who is just a genius with trotters, and driven to victory by an Italian driver, Italio Tamburino. And this homebred, a lot of people didn't give him much respect tonight, Gary, but what an upset.
Well, I'll tell you what his driver did, Italio Tamburino, because he went right to the front with Incredible Abe, then got the cover of Victory Dream. And Victory Dream, you see here, leading the field down the stretch. And I think Mike LeChance probably figured that he was going to hang on. He had to get into him here. But Incredible Abe vacates the pocket, comes on once again. He is a very speedy trotter. He has had problems in the past making breaks. Didn't do it tonight. And just perfect to the finish and just nipping Victory Dream, leaving that 3-year-old picture still wide open.
Incredible Abe set a world record for 3-year-olds at Delaware, Ohio on September 18th on a half-mile track. He's also won the Bluegrass and the Transylvania this year. but he was not considered a major factor coming into the race, and yet Incredible Abe and Italio Tamburino get to the wire first. An incredible upset in the 3-year-old Colt Trot of the Cadillac Breeders' Crown, and it was turned in by Incredible Abe, 24-1 from the extreme outside post. He defeats Victory Dream in the deep stretch.
He wants him right in, doesn't he?
Coming right up after harness racing, it's ESPN Sports Center with Steve Levy and Carl Ravitch. Managerial changes in Major League Baseball, NBA preseason highlights, plus O.J. Simpson quotes. That's coming up immediately following the Cadillac Breeders' Crown. Incredible Abe, owned by Morris Feldman, St. Lazare, Quebec, and Ralph J. Del Priore of Syracuse, New York. Bred by Morris Feldman, who says it's the best horse I've ever owned in 17 years. We've never had one of this caliber. Well, I think his words were right, Gary.
No question about it. You know, Bruce, the 3 fastest trotting crown miles of all time, you know who the trainer is? One quick guess, Chuck Sylvester.
Chuck Sylvester does it again in the Breeders' Crown. Incredible Abe, one of his charges, along with Westgate Crown, and Incredible Abe is the winner. You know, in the Kentucky Futurity in the second heat, he hit Victory Dream, knocked them both off stride, and they ended up not being a factor.
That's right. You know, Incredible Abe, as I said earlier, has a great deal of speed, but he has had problems in 1994 making breaks. And last year was very, very consistent. He had 11 wins in 15 starts. This year, just 4 in 15 until tonight when he picked up probably the biggest win of his career.
The Crowning Point Colt out of the Incredible Neville mare, Incredible Sassy. Let's go to Frank Drucker.
Okay, Bruce, thanks very much. Incredible Abe incredibly gets it done at 24-1. Chuck Sylvester, this horse came into your barn in midsummer. What did you do?
Well, it's been a long summer. We've had a lot of bad luck with him, but he's been putting it together here the last 3-4 weeks. And he raced tremendous at Kentucky last week, and we knew he was ready. And the 9-hole kind of scared us, but we imported Tamburino over here, and he's known as the Rocket over there, and he sent him out of the gate and got a good position. So he did a great job. We were thankful for the win.
And the Rocket he was. Tom Patrick, Mid-Atlantic Zone Manager, Cadillac Motor Car Division. Ralph Feldman, Morris Feldman, forgive me, co-owner of Incredible Abe. This is a horse that may very well be sold, and what better advertisement?
That's right. What a great name, what a great race. Congratulations.
Morris, you've got a lot of relatives up in Canada. What would you like to tell them?
Well, I've been telling them all year that we're going to come through sooner or later, and just as well be now.
It just as well be now winning the Breeders' Crown. Bruce, it's all yours.
Here, Rachel, here's your trophy.
Incredible Abe wins the 3-year-old Colt Trot in the Cadillac Breeders' Crown. We'll be back. So it's Incredible Abe who wins and surprises Victory Dream and Bullville Victory and lights up the tote board. Let's take a look at the returning prices. Incredible Abe, $51.80, $15.80, and $14 to show. Victory Dream, $4.40 and $5.20. Prices are okay. Golly 2, $8.40 to show. The time 1, 54-1, and the exacta 8-3. A nice return there, $355 even. Final order of finish, Smasher was 4th, Woodman was 5th, Gumball rolling a little bit late, didn't get there, he finished 6th. Westgate Crown was 7th, Bullville Victory off stride was 8th, Whiteland Image also off stride, finished 9th. Another shot of Incredible Abe. As Gary mentioned, as a 2-year-old, 11 for 15 in the win department, $279,000. And now as a 3-year-old, 5 for 16. But he picks the best time to come up with that 5th win. Gary, Victory Dream raced extremely well and confidently, and he said, "Come and get me."
He did, and his trainer, Ron Gerfine, just told us during the break that he can't be disappointed with the way Victory Dream raced tonight. He was strong and just got nipped at the wire by the pocket-sitting horse, and you know in harness racing, if you got the pocket, you've got a good shot.
Bullville Victory, who had raced extremely well, 5 of his last 6 he had defeated Victory Dream, and he went off stride.
He made a break, and obviously when you do that, you pretty much lose all chance unless you are a super horse. And he's a great horse, but he's not a super horse. Could not catch Victory Dream after that, who was rolling. And of course, Incredible Abe did catch Victory Dream, but Bullville Victory was nowhere to be found after that.
So what does this do for divisional honors? We talked all along that it was Bullville Victory against Victory Dream. Victory Dream had the better of the 2 here. What do you think?
Well, I think my personal opinion is I think Victory Dream's going to get the nod for 3-year-old trotting Colt of the year. Beauville Victory may come in second best in this one, but indeed it's still very, very close right now because Incredible Abe has thrown a monkey wrench into the whole situation. I don't believe that Incredible Abe is going to be named 3-year-old trotting Colt. Still one of the two, Beauville Victory or Victory Dream. But again, it's up in the air right now, up to the voters.
Both thought that they could do it on the racetrack, but now it goes to the ballots, which is somewhat of a surprise. Victory Dream won the Hambletonian, had struggled a little bit recently with his soundness, came back extremely strong here, and Beauville Victory, who was a Tiger since the Hambletonian, winning the Kentucky Futurity, winning the World Trotting Derby, he comes up with a disappointing effort. It is a tough one to figure out.
It is a tough one, and I hate to see it really left in the hands of the voters. Of course, they ultimately decide anyhow, but usually you like to see it where there's no question, you don't lose any sleep over who you're voting for, and this is going to be a little bit tough. You can really go either way here. You can go with Beauville Victory or Victory Dream, and you wouldn't be wrong in choosing either one.